Black single dad helps an old woman being insulted, unaware she is the CEO's mother. A harsh voice echoed across the crowded downtown bus stop, causing strangers to slow their pace and stare. An elderly woman stood clutching two worn grocery bags while a sharply dressed man mocked her for accidentally brushing against his expensive coat. People watched in silence, unwilling to get involved. Then a young black single father quietly stepped forward, shielding the trembling woman with nothing more than calm words and quiet courage. He had no idea that the woman everyone dismissed was about to change his life forever. Before we begin, if you believe in kindness, second chances, and the power of hope, please like this video, leave a comment, share it with friends and family, and subscribe to the channel Heartwarming Tales for more inspiring stories. The young father was named Cairo Benton, a hardworking warehouse employee raising his 7-year-old daughter, Nia, alone after life had taken an unexpected turn years earlier. Every morning began before sunrise as he packed lunches, braided Nia's hair after watching countless tutorial videos, and hurried to catch the city bus before dropping her at school. Money was always tight, and unexpected bills seemed to appear every month, yet Cairo refused to let hardship make him bitter. He often reminded his daughter that kindness was the one thing people could always afford to give. That afternoon, Cairo had just finished an extra shift when he witnessed the elderly woman being embarrassed in front of everyone. Her name was Morel Ashcroft, though no one there recognized her. Her elegant clothes were simple, and she carried herself with quiet dignity that blended easily into the crowd. When the impatient businessmen continued insulting her, Cairo calmly stepped between them, picked up the groceries that had spilled across the sidewalk, and politely suggested everyone deserved respect regardless of age or appearance. His voice never rose. His face showed no anger. He simply treated the woman as though she mattered. The businessmen scoffed before storming away, muttering that people like Cairo would never get anywhere in life. Several bystanders lowered their eyes, ashamed that they had done nothing. Morel smiled warmly through grateful tears. She thanked Cairo for helping when no one else would and apologized for causing trouble. Cairo laughed gently and insisted she had nothing to apologize for. He carried her groceries to a nearby bench, where they shared a brief conversation while waiting for another bus. She asked about his daughter, and his eyes immediately brightened. He proudly described Nia's dreams of becoming an architect because she loved drawing beautiful homes for families. Morel listened with genuine interest, noticing how every sentence Cairo spoke reflected love rather than self-pity. When her bus arrived, she thanked him once again and quietly handed Nia a small handmade bookmark from her purse, decorated with pressed flowers. She told the little girl to keep believing in beautiful dreams before disappearing into the afternoon traffic. Life quickly returned to normal. Cairo continued balancing overtime shifts with school events, homework, cooking, laundry, and bedtime stories. Despite his dedication, the warehouse announced unexpected layoffs after losing a major contract. Cairo was among those let go. Walking home with the termination letter folded inside his jacket, he worried more about disappointing Nia than about himself. Still, when she asked whether everything would be okay, he smiled and assured her they would face every challenge together. For weeks, Cairo searched tirelessly for work. Interviews ended politely but without offers. Some employers questioned the schedule limitations that came with being the only parent at home. Others chose applicants with more experience. Every rejection tested his confidence, yet he continued helping neighbors carry groceries, volunteering at the community center, and encouraging others who were struggling even while hiding his own worries. One morning, Cairo noticed an opening for an administrative assistant at Ashcroft Innovations, one of the city's fastest-growing technology companies. He almost ignored it, believing someone with his background would never be considered, but Nia reminded him that brave people still knock on doors that seem impossible to open. The company's headquarters seemed far beyond anything Cairo had imagined. The polished lobby, towering glass walls, and confident professionals made him feel out of place. As he waited nervously for his interview, he unexpectedly noticed a familiar smile approaching across the marble floor. It was Morel. She greeted him like an old friend, asking about Nia before introducing herself to the surprised receptionist. Only then did Cairo learn the truth. Morel was the mother of the company's respected CEO, Althea Ashcroft. She often visited the city alone without security because she believed genuine character revealed itself only when people thought no one important was watching. Cairo was speechless. Morel explained that she had never forgotten his kindness at the bus stop. She had mentioned the encounter to her daughter, not to secure him a position, but because people with integrity deserved to be recognized. She emphasized that hiring decisions would still depend entirely on his abilities. The interview was challenging. Althea asked thoughtful questions about teamwork, responsibility, problem-solving, and leadership under pressure. Cairo answered honestly, drawing examples not from executive offices but from years of raising a child, organizing warehouse operations, resolving conflicts peacefully, and adapting when life demanded resilience. Several days later, his phone rang. He had been selected. The position offered stability, healthcare, flexible hours, and opportunities for advancement. More importantly, it allowed him to attend Nia's school performances without fear of losing his job. Cairo worked diligently, earning respect not because of Morel's recommendation but because every assignment reflected honesty, humility, and commitment. Months passed, and the positive culture within the company began changing in unexpected ways. Inspired by Cairo's example, employees organized volunteer programs serving local seniors, mentoring young students, and supporting struggling families. Althea realized that technical skills built successful businesses, but compassion built lasting legacies. During the company's annual appreciation celebration, Althea invited employees and their families to gather in the main atrium. Before hundreds of guests, she shared the story of an ordinary afternoon when one stranger chose kindness instead of silence. She explained that the company's greatest success had never been profits or awards but finding people whose values inspired everyone around them. As the audience applauded, Nia proudly squeezed her father's hand. She whispered that she had always known he was her hero, even before everyone else discovered it. Cairo looked toward Morel, who simply smiled with quiet satisfaction. She understood that kindness never needed applause to matter. It only needed someone willing to act when others remained still. Special request: if this story touched your heart, comment below with, "Kindness opens every door." If this story inspired you or reminded you of the power of kindness, please like, share, and subscribe to Heartwarming Tales so more people can discover stories that bring hope and encouragement. Sometimes the greatest opportunities arrive disguised as ordinary moments that seem too small to matter. A helping hand, a respectful word, or the courage to stand beside someone who feels alone can echo far beyond what we ever imagine. Cairo never helped an elderly stranger expecting a reward. He simply chose compassion because it reflected the person he wanted his daughter to become. In the end, his kindness opened doors that talent alone never could, proving that true character is revealed not when the world is watching, but when no one expects anything in return. May we all remember that every act of compassion plants a seed of hope, and one small moment of kindness can grow into a future filled with blessings for countless lives.